Let's move! Take him out! Go! Go! Looks clear.
This was a time when Ubisoft wasn't shit. The early 2000s was an era that a lot of us will never forget, and will reminisce the glorious days of the early 2000s. From midnight launches to getting demo discs and games from cereal boxes and magazines. I vividly remember playing Rainbow Six 3 on the original Xbox, or as the OGs remember it as Xbox. Why not just go Xbox 360, so forth? And you know, they got PlayStation. They say original PlayStation? No, let's just call it an Xbox, okay? I remember falling in love with the game, but never being able to complete the actual game. And it was on a demo disc too, like the ones you get from the magazine. That one specifically I did get, I remember, I think. But falling in love with these games and then seeing how the games like Rainbow Six 3 would have influenced games like Ready or Not.
Call is being recorded. What is your emergency?
I need the police. You need to send the police right away.
Come help me.
God, I'm sorry.
I don't want to die.
I'm sorry. I love you.
Help us.
You ready?
Yes, sir. Ready.
Move! Take it down!
Suspect down!
Right down!
Situation.
I got you.
Fall back.
Officer down!
Gotta get you up. Ready?
Look out!
Drop your weapon!
Drop it!
Move it in! Officer's down and we need backup.
Let's go!
Somebody please
Get
help!
back!
Still make it out of this. Drop the gun and let her go.
I'm not going in!
So, are you ready?
To see the inspiration that came from games like Rainbow Six 3, I know people always say SWAT, but also Rainbow Six 3 because, you know, it was in that era. I believe these games are the ones in the foundation, even if it's indirect inspiration to games like Ready or Not. It's incredible to see just over the years of how, you know, a simple game like that spread like wildfire into a game category that a lot of people love, a big industry. That's phenomenal. Why does it feel like he's crouched? Oh, there he was crouched. I'm just, see, okay, so just the controls are weird. Okay, so we got that way. We're gonna go this way, dude. Like, I don't know. It's just a pain, yeah. Like, you see the double, I don't know how to fix any of that shit. But, reminiscing on a game, like, this is sick. This would be sick if they just redid some, like, revamping of just the graphics and maybe the controls a bit to make it a little bit more fluid, a little bit more user-friendly, I guess. Just in like, just because it feels a bit clunky, and then like sensitivity, because I have my ADS, like DPI on
Hostiles down.
like 1200, so then it's just, yeah, and I'm dead.
Mission failed.
What the fuck?
Your team was wiped
Oh,
out.
it's a tripwire. I didn't fuck off. But I do miss those blissful days. I know a lot of people do, just because of the era back then in the early gaming stage. All that stuff was something that not a lot of people will understand, especially the new generation. But for us ones, you know, millennials and whatnot, that was a time of peak gaming, I believe. See, specifically, I loved personally was the late Xbox to early 360 days with, you know, you had Rainbow Six 3, Combat Evolve, from Halo Combat Evolve, I should say, to the Gears of War and Battlefield on the Xbox 360s. Now, they were pinnacle gaming eras. That was just like perfect, I think, in my opinion. That specific time, beautiful. But also going back and then looking at the very first iteration of the game, let's say, obviously Rainbow Six 3, and then seeing as it progressively changed over time and seeing what worked and what didn't work and all of that jazz. Fantastic to see that. It's actually quite nice to see it because it feels like you're part of something more, even though you just play the game, but realistically you're part of the community, so you are part of it, realistically. But that time as well was an era when they actually finished games and they didn't just pump out shit like today's games. Sometimes I don't understand game developers and the direction they've gone in over the last 5 years, but realistically I do, but we're not going to get into that today. We're talking about more Rainbow Six 3, but I'm just saying in the general sense, I understand it and don't understand it at the same time. Realistically, in a nutshell, it's to make more money. Now to get back on track, Rainbow Six 3 was an incredible game. It was one of those games that I got obsessed with. You know, when you just put hundreds of hours into a game and you just cannot stop thinking about it. That's what it was like back in that time when that game came out specifically. But in the modern day, it is quite disappointing. Not for the facts of things that you would think of, like graphics and shit like that. For one, it wasn't ported over properly, so the window launcher wouldn't be like full screen borderless or anything. It was all windowed, and then the windowed thing didn't even work properly at all. Like it was just horrible. Like you'd put it like 1080p and then it would hide like behind the taskbar and shit like that. Just fucking weird shit. And it was so frustrating to actually just try to do anything. Now I know some people are going to be like, well, why don't you mod it and, you know, figure it out and how to fix it. Instead I'd say, cool story, bro. Don't give a fuck. I'm not one of those guys that are wizards and they can just fix this shit really easily. I'm not a computer engineer, because like my thing is that why should I buy a game and then figure out how to fix it when developers get paid fuckloads of money to make these games that we want to play and all that stuff, because, you know, we're obsessed with franchises and whatnot as gamers. But why do I have to? You give me the game and then I have to troubleshoot all the fucking problems that you guys should have fixed in the beginning. Like, that's not what it is. I know this game is like over 20 years old. I get that, but I'm not going to sit there for hours and figure it out. If you are one of those dudes, yeah, cool. I'm just not one of those dudes that wants to sit there for like, you know, let's say it took 3-4 hours to do that just to play it for like 20 minutes and not play it again. You know, that's not what I don't really care to do that type of shit. I didn't want to play all the way through it. I wanted to like reminisce and play it and see if it was like the way I remembered. Now, 2. Let's say you're just walking around and then you flick off to the side. If for some reason it's like the mouse or the cursor is not locked to the game or even the window, and this is not like you're in the menu or anything, this is like you're just walking around and shooting shit and you flick off to the side and click, it will actually click off the game, and I don't understand why that happens. It's a pain in the ass, it's very fucking annoying, but that's one of the other like things that just kind of like really irks me, because I'm like, it's just consistently happening. And then you'd go to your menu, you know, press start or whatever, or escape for getting into the menu, and it's like you'd have the cursor on the menu, but then you have your own cursor on your PC. It's like they couldn't link up properly, so if you clicked off when you could visibly see your cursor, it would click off the game. It was just such a really annoying, weird shit thing that just kept happening with this, like, the first iteration of this game. 2003, you know, probably just hasn't been ported over properly, but I mean, like, it just fucking irks you. There was a few other ones, like obviously the window gone behind the taskbar and shit like that. That was just annoying. Those things are just like kind of inconveniences. But overall, the game was actually enjoyable for what it was, you know, jumping down memory lane. It's just those things just like, fuck, man. Yes, I know there's ways you fix it, but I'm not spending hours and hours and hours trying to fix all these issues to play the game for a few hours or so and then not play it ever again once you finish it, or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to do that. It should have been ported over properly. Maybe they need to revisit it. They don't care, forgot about, I don't know. Point is that the game overall was fun and enjoyable, and it wasn't as I remembered as a kid. As I remember as a kid, it was a lot more, I don't know, it's like the graphics were better back in your head, remembering it like years ago when you were a kid. I don't understand that, eh? How it's like, I go, oh, I remember the graphics being really good, and you look at it and you're like, fuck, this looks like shit. I mean, it's early 2000, 2003, but still, it's just like, I remember this being better. Halo Combat Evolved had better graphics. When you know how when you had the Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, you could go back from like the old graphics to the new graphics on the fly. That was actually not a disappointment. That actually showed you like a lot, like how much they improved it. It looked good once they improved it and graphically and all that stuff, but like the old school stuff still looked good. It didn't look shit or anything. So I was pretty happy with it myself. But I also did play Rainbow Six Lockdown, which came like 3 years later in 2006. But it was one of those games that it was nice, but it just didn't hit like that itch that I had for the first one, or the enjoyment that I got from it wasn't like the first one.
Alpha 2, this is Rainbow 6. President Novello doesn't have much time.
I'm gonna drop
Get
that?
to the exit on the first floor.
Okay.
Okay, people. Let's get the job
Wait, this might be
done.
actually the Rainbow Six I was thinking of, like back in the old days. I think this is the one. Like, look, boots, and change. Okay, so it's 1. Oh, bro, we got iron sights. Boop, 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 boop. Look at that shit. I feel like a scope would be great right now. Alright, that was sick. Okay, I like that. That's sick. Anyone here? No, because we got an LMG, motherfucker. That's what we got. Yeah, this is 2006, dude. Mint shit. And look at they actually look really good. Bro, we got reflections? Bro, is this like being retraced, or is this just like just the game itself where it just... Because I know there's like ways they did it back then because of retracing. It's literally just like, it's like slightly transparent and it's like mirrored that below. So you can see reflections. Like, look how far back we go. Because usually it was like, yeah, that's as far as I know. What's this? So we touch that shit? All right, I was worried that dude's gonna walk ahead of me. Oop. Yeah, who wants to do suppress? Fuck that shit. I'll probably... The camera shake. That's gangster. Okay, so how do we...
Moving now.
Oh, that's sick. Okay, I like that. Do you know what that reminds me? Oh, what game was it?
Spotted.
Move, 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 move. Go, boys. Go, go, boys. Boys, go.
Killed. Roger. Holding.
Yeah. That dude dead or is he prone? Wait, I don't think they did prone back then. Movement scanner. Okay, that... Yeah, you know, we want auto. I can't see shit, dude. This is fucking going full auto. Oh, what the
I'm wounded.
fuck is
I'm
that
still
shit? Well, I'm on one bar, dude. I'm about to be fucking dead.
I'm hit.
Why aren't they shooting?
I'm hit.
We miss you.
We've got tangos. I'm hit.
I think AI is a bit buggy at the moment. Okay, we just gotta look at windows. It's pretty obvious if there's a sniper in the fucking window.
Tango neutralized.
He's not dead. You know, it's so good. It's so bad. It's so good. It's 2006, bro. You can't realistically complain about a 2006 game that's like this. This is fucking mint. Like there's even an option for mods and shit. So either they added it in later or something, but it's fucking so good. All right, I don't know if they got like unlimited, but I'm gonna assume they have unlimited. So we're gonna go breach. I'm gonna frag and clear.
Moving to room clear.
Once you get the controls and understand how it works, it's fucking not bad. It's actually pretty good. It's like, oh, nostalgia. It's not the nostalgia I was going for because it wasn't fitting in for the thing,
In
but
position. Tango ahead.
close enough. Go, get the fuck in there.
Tango neutralized. Tango sighted.
Hey, I was a bit retarded, but that's okay. And one-handed Emma. It's your chat. Fucking dudes, dude.
Tango sighted.
RPG.
What the fuck? Are you serious right now?
Tango spotted. Tango sighted. I'm wounded. Oh, I got Roselle.
Roselle, no!
Marcel is in critical condition.
Pick me, pussy. I got one round. Fuck, I missed. Shit. I can shoot them as long as they got like shit in front of them. Bro, you should have been able to shoot me. I'm like 2 feet in front of you. What the fuck are you doing with your life? That hurt me. That hurt me a lot. You hurt my feelings. Okay, so red dots is just better, I think. Like, it's just more accurate, but this is a little gay just because of how, like, it's... I don't know, I like the red dot. I think it's just a little easier for me because I'm just... the distance isn't very far. Where you're, like, going to be like, oh my god, precision shot. Huh? Yeah, you need all precision shot to kill him. I want to kill the rest of these fuckheads because this guy is going to be, like... This one was like they tried little different things, try to like improve it, iterations, you know, little gizmos and gadgets and features and shit. It was a lot more polished and it actually worked really well, obviously in the modern day, but it was still there was something just missing from it. The little flavor thing that it just didn't have. Maybe the reason why Rainbow Six 3, maybe the reason why is Rainbow Six 3 Lockdown didn't really tick or hit the spot, I should say. I think it might have been because maybe I didn't play it as a kid. Who knows?